Hello all, welcome to this online recording sessions in data science. So in this series of Python session, we are going to see GUI implementation in Python. Okay, how graphical user interface can be implemented using Python code. Okay, so what are the libraries required from Python side that we are going to see. Okay, so this all implementation will be shown in the Jupyter notebook, okay, or Jupyter lab. So that is the Anaconda ID. Okay. So first step, what we need to do, we need to install Anaconda software. Okay, Anaconda software consists of all the things that are required for a Python programmer or a data science person who are working. Okay, so offline tools offline IDs, all the offline IDs related to Python will be available in Anaconda software. Okay, so we need to install Anaconda software. Okay, so for installing Anaconda software, you can refer this link. Okay, so if you click this link and open it, you will get an icon like this. Okay, you can see in the screenshot. Yeah, in that, go to installation part. Okay, yeah, in installation part, you need to download the Anaconda installer. Click this. Okay, then we need to select the Python version. Okay, ensure you select 3.7 or above stable version. You select your Python version. Okay, so download 3.7 version. Yeah, so once you download, you get steps like this. You need to click next. Okay, next, and so on. Okay, so soon after that, in search, okay, in your PC, just type Anaconda. Then you will get a Anaconda navigator. Then click open. Okay, you could see this icon like this appearing on your screen. Okay, this it will take some time. It will appear like this. Okay, then you can see all the environments that are present in the Anaconda software. Okay, so let me show this in the practically. Okay, so how the Anaconda software looks. Yeah, if I let me close if possible. Okay, yeah, I'm closing it. So in search button, I'm typing Anaconda. So Anaconda navigator comes like this. So you need to open it. Okay, so it will take some time. Then it will start showing the icon like this. Okay, that means it is starting opening. Okay, it will take some time. Yeah, so in this ID, we are going to study the GUI implementation. Okay, so we are going to create login buttons, check buttons, radio buttons, labels, and all those things can be implemented in this Jupyter lab or Jupyter notebook. Okay, in Colab it is somewhat creates some trouble. Okay, so that's why I'm not using Colab this time. Okay, so in this session you can see the Anaconda installation part and working on Anaconda software also. It is covered in this session. Okay, so the people who are new to this Anaconda software also can learn from this video. Okay, yeah, so you'll get it like this. Okay, so the ones which are installed, you can see launch options. The ones which are not installed, you can see install option. Okay, so if you want to install, click this install option, it will get installed. Okay, if it is already installed, then you can see launch option. So right now I am opening launch. Okay, see Jupyter lab is present, Jupyter notebook is present, PyCharm is present. Okay, VS code is present, Spider is present, Oracle is present, RStudio is present. Okay, see if I install Anaconda, what is the advantage you could see here? All the IDs I am getting here, right? So you can use any one of them to run your Python code. Okay, or else if you want to run Java programming, R programming also, you can select the required ID and you can work on them. It's good, right? All IDs present at one platform, that is Anaconda. You can use it. Yeah, so right now I'm launching it. So if you launch it, it will open in the browser. Okay, see how it is. So it will be like this. Okay, so this is the Jupyter lab that I have opened. Yeah, what is the difference between Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook? So are they both same or do they differ in some parameters? Means I can say yes, they do differ in some parameters, although they perform same functionality, but there is a slight difference. Okay, there is a slight difference between Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Lab is somewhat advanced. Okay, so it has some features more than Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Okay, so in Jupyter Lab you can see all these things. Okay, so you can explore all these features. Okay, so mainly it's you ensure whether our kernel is running or not. Okay, if not running, you need to select from here. Okay, if you open multiple files, then you need to select your kernel for that file. Okay. Okay, then if you want to create new file, you can create your console file, notebook file, terminal file, text file, markdown file, Python file, like this. Okay, you can create any file. Okay, notebook means IPYNB file. Python file means .py file. Okay, so if you want to create .py file, you need to choose this. Okay. Okay, so I am choosing .py file. Okay, if you want to choose. Okay, so if you want to IPYNB means you can select file, new notebook. So new notebook gets selected. You can see new notebook like this. Okay, this is new notebook. IPYNB file, how it will looks? It will looks like this, similar to ideally how we will see the platform. It will be like that. Okay, yeah. So now in this IDE, we are going to see what is GUI. Okay, how we can implement it. Okay, so let me talk theoretically some concepts, then we come back again to this implementation part. Yeah, so yeah, this is GUI. So what are the libraries that we are seeing here? tkinter. Okay, so tkinter is the library in Python that can be used for GUI implementation. Okay, we have other GUI also like PyQt and WX Python. Okay, this can be also used as a libraries for GUI implementation. Yeah, apart from that, you can also see Kiwi. So Kiwi is used for mobile application developments. Okay, so Kiwi is a library that is used for mobile application programs. Okay, mobile application related things. Okay, next Qt, Python Qt. So Python Qt is also one of the GUI implementation part for game development. Okay, so WX Python and Python Qt are used for game developments. Okay, you can using Python you can develop games also, right? Chess, Ludo, all those can be games can be implemented using Python. Okay, so that is possible with these two libraries. Okay, tkinter. What is tkinter? Yeah, tkinter is also a library that comes inbuilt with the Python version. Okay, so whatever the Python version you are using, in that Python version only this tkinter software will be, tkinter library will be integrated. So you can import it and you can use it for GUI implementation. Okay, first thing in tkinter. So in this session we mostly will be seeing on tkinter library. Okay, so how we will be using tkinter library for GUI implementation. Okay, yeah. So tkinter geometry. Okay, so if you want to create a screen, okay, login button screen, okay, welcome page, all those things will be there. No, so at that time we need three things. We in three ways you can do. One is pack, one is grid, one is place. Okay, so in pack you will just mention the coordinates. Okay, so in grid we will mention rows and columns. Okay, in place we will mention x coordinate, y coordinate. Okay, so when practically I am showing it, you will be able to see it. So as of now, geometry managers, okay, geometry managers are this. Okay, so that means your radio buttons, your login button should appear on left side, right side, top side, bottom side. Okay, in this center alignment. So all those arrangements can be possible with this geometry methods. Okay, there are three methods. Okay, to place all your widgets. Okay, so I'm talking about widgets, right? What are the widgets? Okay, what are the widgets means? We have check buttons, radio buttons, labels, drop down, all those, right? Login button, submit button, everything, right? So all those are called widgets. Okay, so all the widgets can be possible with the help of those three methods. Yeah, next this shows the steps of implementation. Okay, so how do we implement GUI implementation? How it can be possible with TK Inter library? There are 4 steps. First step, what we need to do, import the TK Inter module. Okay, first step, we need to import the TK Inter module. Second step, main application window. Okay, so we need to create a main application window with the function called TK. Okay, then in that application window we add this. Okay, what are those widgets? Nothing but labels, buttons, frames, all those in the created window. In the second step we are creating window, right? In that window we will add all those buttons, checkbox, labels, radio buttons, and everything will be added in the window, created window. Next we will call main event loop. Okay, main event loop helps to run the program. Okay, so like in C programs, like how we have main function to run the entire code, so like that we will be creating main event loop for running GUI program. Okay, so using this 4 steps we can implement GUI with the help of TK Inter library. Yeah, so first step, what code I need to write? You can write any of this code from TK Inter. Okay, so from TK Inter import star. Star means all the functionalities gets imported. Okay, from Python. Okay, from Python 2.x. So capital T will be used in Python 2 versions. So small t is used in Python 3 versions. Okay, so you need to choose. Okay, we need to precise in which version we are using. So how I need to define my library. Okay, whether with a small t or capital T. Next, second step, we are creating window, right? So window will be created like this. Okay, window will be created by assigning some value. Okay, so this all will be Python 3.0 version. Okay, yeah. So for declaring window, how do we declare window? We will assign a variable. Okay, so we will assign a variable and we will define TK method, then window will be created. Okay, so we can adjust this window size also. I'll show you. Okay, third step, add the widgets to this window. Okay, yeah, this is also the step. So if you are using your statement, first statement like this, then you need to use like this. Okay, so if you're using import TK Inter, we need to select the left one, top is equal to tkinter.tk, or else if you're using from TK Inter import star, then you need to use the below code, top is equal to TK. Okay, so after creating, we need to add widgets. Third step. Fourth step, we need to call main method using main loop. Okay, yeah, these are the packages and you can see the syntax. Okay, so widget dot pack. Okay, so this is the option where we can give extra features. Okay, yeah, in this option what are possible? Left, right, top, bottom. So package is a method which is used to place your widgets any of the side, top, right, bottom, left. We need to declare it in the options. Okay, in options, this is a syntax, right? Syntax is shown here, right? So in this syntax, in the options brackets, you need to define left, okay, right, okay, or top, left, like that. Yeah, next comes the grid method. So in this grid method, what we are trying to do, we need to specify rows and columns. So in the options, widgets.grid is there, no? So widgets.grid option. So in the option, we need to specify which row, which column. So entire screen will be divided into rows and columns. Okay. Okay. So if you are designing your label button has name here. So user will be entering his name in this. Okay. This, imagine this is a first column, second column. Okay, so you, with the help of grid method, you can arrange them. Okay, name label will be coming here and user can enter in the next. Okay, so in that way it is possible to arrange using grid method. Okay, next password, like that you can create. So I'll be showing you. Okay, rows and column. Okay, grid method is used to place your widgets in rows and columns. Okay, next place method. Place method is used to place your widgets coordinates wise, x-axis, y-axis, how much place you want to give it. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about widgets, right? So what are the different widgets that can be added to our window? Means these are all are the widgets that are available in our TK Enter library. Button, check button, entry, frame, label, list box, radio button, text, scale, top level. Okay, so what all this? Okay, what all this? If you want to get two screens, two outputs, what we need to do? What is the scale? What is the top level? All these things can be studied with the help of available internet sources or from this slide. Yeah. Next, label widget. Label widget is used to create labels. Okay. So options you can see parent. So in the, if you see the syntax, name is equal to label parent option. So parent is the window name. Options are the below one: BD, BG, text, FG, height, image, padding X, padding Y. Okay. So we can define all these options in the above brackets. Okay, in options area. Okay, and give the dimensions so that your label button will arrange accordingly. Yeah, next button. So button, for button, what are the features that we can give? If you want to give color to your button, if you want to give background color, if you want to highlight your button, if you want to make your button to functional, give some functionality, all those functions, all those options can be seen from here. How we can add, how features can be added to the button. Okay, so options: active background, active foreground, BD, BG, command, text, FG, height, pad X, pad Y. All these are options that can be inserted in the button. Okay, so you can see the options there. You can add all these options. Okay, yeah, this is the some of the example of how to create a message box. Okay, pop-up message box. Next, check button. How do we create check button? Okay, next, entry widgets. Okay, where user can enter some input. Okay, for that we use entry widget. Next, radio button. Okay, if you want to select one option, we need to create radio buttons. If you want to create multiple options for a user, then you can go with check boxes. Okay, yeah, text widget. Text widget allows user to enter multiple lines. Okay, this entry widget is used for single line, but whereas text widget is used for multi lines. Okay, if you want to, user want to write multi lines, okay, input, then you can use text widget. Scale widgets. Widgets allows user to enter multiple lines. Okay, text widget also allows the user to enter multiple lines of text. Okay, it is different from entry widget. Okay, scale also same. Okay, next, top level. Top level widget is used to create and display the top level window. Okay, so it is used to create another top level window. Okay, this widget. Yeah, you can see one of the example. Okay, how do we create a button? Okay, this is example for how do we create with the help of grid, how do we are creating rows and columns and how we are adding our widgets. Okay, all those things can be seen here. Okay, yeah, so all these all are examples. Okay, I'll be showing you all the examples also. Okay, yeah, so now let us, yeah, using top level, you see two windows are created. Okay, if you click button, some operations need to come in another window, right? So at that time you can see two windows we need. Okay, this is how you create with the help of this code. Okay, okay, so now let us see the implementation part, okay, of this. Yeah, yeah, this is my Jupyter lab. So in this Jupyter lab, so I will be labeling it. So file, save notebook as, so you can give your file name. Okay, so I'm giving my file name as GUI with TK Inter library. Okay, save. Okay, GUI with TK Inter. Okay, yeah. So first step, what is the first step? We need to import, right? So from TK Inter library, we need to import. Okay, import star. Okay, star means all the functions will be imported. Okay, so this is my first step. Okay, yeah, it got executed. See how many times I run. You can see that many times you can see your numbers are coming. Okay, so if star is coming means it is running. Okay, so from TK Inter import star. This is my first step. So next step, what is my next step? I need to create a window. So for that, how do I create my window? So I need to create one variable. Okay, so in that variable I need to create a window. So TK, so TK is available. Okay, so TK, so I have created a window. So next step, what I need to do, I need to in this window I can create window name also. So window name, window size also I can create. Okay, so top dot geometry, it is used for creating a window size. Okay, so I am labeling my it as login page. Okay, I'll show you what is the use of this line. Okay, next top dot title. Okay, so title, so title you can give. Okay, geometry here you need to give here size, right? Geometry is used for designing the screen, window screen. Okay, so top TK is used for creating window. So that window, what name it should have and what dimension it should be appearing. So all those I'm declaring in the next lines of code. Okay, 400. So 400 cross 400. Okay, so title I'm giving, I'll give login page. Okay, you can give anything, login page. So first step is importing the TK Inter library. Second step is creating the window. So third step is adding widgets. Okay, so you can add widgets. Okay, so third step I'm skipping it now. So fourth step is top dot main loop. So top is an variable where my main window is present. So that's why I'm calling every time top. So now I will run. So this dot is coming if I'm not saved. Control S will disappear, make disappear that dot. So now you need to run it. Yeah, you see one pop-up box came here. Yeah, login page. Okay, so this is my login page. How do I get it? Okay, so I'm closing it. So see the window size. Okay, so in this window I'll be adding my widgets, login button, radio button, check button, and all those things I'll be adding in this window. Okay, yeah, if I making some changes, say suppose 500, say suppose 600 cross 400, and I'm giving it as registration page. Okay, registration page. Okay, Control S, save and run it. Yeah, see how my login page is coming. Okay, it is got increased, right? And you can see the name of also my login page is changed, right? Okay, so this is how you can design on your own of your choice. Okay, yeah, third step we can add, so you can add some widgets. Okay, so let me take button. Okay, so button button. Okay, capital B. So in button, what is the syntax of button I have shown, right? We can give parent and followed by the options. Okay, so parent is optional. So in this I'm not giving parent directly, I'm giving text. So text is equal to login. Okay, text is equal to login. Okay, so this I'll put in one variable. Okay, if I want to modify something, it is better to call with a variable if it is assigned already. Okay, so bt1. So I'm labeling it with one variable. Okay, so next I will run it. So star button shows it is executing. Okay, okay, some outputs are you can see, right? But this button is not coming. Okay, so let me use that buttons. We have seen three methods, right, to place your widgets accordingly, right? Place, widget, and we have seen one more method, right? So that three methods we'll be seeing it now. So bt1, so btn1, so btn1 dot, first we will see pack. Okay, so pack we can use for assigning right, left, top, bottom. Okay, so side is equal to left I'm giving. Okay, so control S. Yeah, see, left side I'm getting. Okay, so let me take this as markdown and move this cell up and include here some text. This is place method. Okay, we have seen place method, grid method, right? So this is place method. Place method is used for placing right, left, okay, top, bottom. Okay, so by default it will be top. Okay, yeah, this is code cell. You can see this small square brackets on left side. This is code block, this is text block. Okay, so if I run it, see, login button is coming, right? So if I am giving right, so what my widget will look. Okay, so how my widget will appear? Right side. Okay, so right, top, left, bottom. So these all are the four options that are present in place method. Okay, yeah, it is coming to right, it is coming to left, it is coming to bottom, to left, to top, right? So if you want to arrange in between the screen, then it is better approach for grid. Okay, so you can go with grid method. Okay, so simply you can take this code. Okay, you can run this code. Instead of pack, you give grid. Okay, in grid, what are the things that we need to give? Rows and columns, right? Row is equal to 0, first row, column is equal to 0. Okay, so first I am giving with this dimension. Okay, okay, so let me take one more code cell here and make this as markdown and grid method, right? So grid method, so it has row, column. Okay, so which row, which column, where our widget need to be arranged, that we can give it here. Okay, so if I run this, see, 0th row, 0th column means it will be appearing here. Okay, so if I randomly give 10th row, so then what happens? In 10th row it should appear, right? In 10th row it should appear. So if you create another button, it will work, I think. Let me see it. So let me create another button. Okay, control V. So in this time I will take button 2. Okay, button 2, control Z. So I'm taking 2 buttons this time. Okay, so button 2, so button 2 dot grid, so this will be 0th row, 0th column, and this will be say suppose second row. Okay, so in this case what will be my output? Let us see. btn2 is not defined. Okay, so this is btn1, right? Okay, so we need to define button 2. That's why we are getting error. Okay, so button 2. So this button name will be, we'll give some another button. Okay, reset button. Okay, this is login button, this is reset button. Okay, okay, let us run it. Yeah, see, so login reset, how it is coming. Okay, so this is 0 row 0 column, so second row 0 column means it will be like this. Okay, yeah, you can see here, you can see here, right, this output. Okay, so in this way, with the help of grid method, you can arrange your in respective places, rows or columns. Okay, okay, so let me take one label if possible. Let me take one label. Button 1 will be label, so button 2 will be entry. Okay, entry. So here I will take 0th row first column. So in this case what happens, let us see. Label is equal to, so label means you can see enter your name. Okay, enter your name. So in that beside name option I want to give user input. Okay, so in that case I can define like this. Okay, let me see it. Label is not defined. Okay, okay, there is some error in this code. We'll try to solve it once we will discuss another method also. Okay, it should work. It will work, right? Yeah, so we have seen like this, right? So next step we are going to see place. Place we have finished, grid we have finished, right? So next we will see another method, so where we can define x-axis and y-axis, that is place method. Okay, so the first method is pack, right? Pack is used for, written wrong here. Yeah. Next we will see here, next we will see here place method. Okay, place. So place is used for x-axis and y-axis. Okay, place is used for x-axis and y-axis. Okay, it is used to align your widget in the x-axis and y-axis coordinate. So same code you can take, this time you can give, instead of grid you need to give place. So here x-axis, so x-axis and y-axis, x-axis is equal to, say suppose 30, y-axis is equal to, y-axis is equal to some 40. Okay, so here also I'm changing. Okay, place. So here I'm giving, so I'm giving x-axis. Okay, so what happens if x-axis is there and y-axis, y-axis. Okay, so x-axis is somewhat wrong. So what I written, there is some error, right? So what I can do, what error. So place x is equal to just instead of let me remove this axis. Okay, so let me see now, just trying it. Okay, yeah, it's working fine. Yeah, this is for place we need to give like this. Okay, 20. So here y label will be 40. Let me run it and see the output. It is overlapping, right? So maybe I can define x-axis, y-axis coordinates differently. So columns are overlapping, so that's why it is overlapping. Okay, so you can define y-axis as 60. Okay, that will be better, right? Yeah, you could see some variation. Okay, so in this way you can try the position of x-axis and y-axis and arrange your widgets accordingly. Okay, place method is used for x-axis, grid method is used for rows and columns, pack method is used for right, left and top, bottom. Okay, so next we are going to see some widgets. Okay, so how we can add widgets. Okay, so as of now we have seen only the buttons, right? So let us now see some good login page we can create. Okay, so I can say grid is the better approach out of all the three methods. Grid will be the better approach. Okay, so I'll be taking the grid code only and I'll be using for creating remaining widgets. Okay, okay, so now what we are trying to do, exploring different widgets. Okay, okay, so exploring different widgets. So what widgets? Like label button. Okay, checkbox. Okay, so we are going to see some of this. Okay, radio button. Okay, so we can watch this video by playing 1.5 or 2 point, okay, with speed. Okay, so that it will be better even though it is slow. Okay, if my execution part and coding part simultaneously I need to run, right? Sometimes it may be slow, lagging. Okay, so you can use some speed to make video and watch it. Okay, but I am trying to deliver a good content in this session only. Okay, yeah, next in this what we will do, so we will see label. Okay, so label, so grid row 1 column 1. So next I will create entry widget. Okay, so entry widgets, how we will create entry, capital E. Okay, entry is equal to text name. Okay, okay, or else here I need to give name. So once you see the output you will be able to see it. Okay, row 2 column 1, so row 0 column 1 I will mention. So let us see how the output will come. Label is not defined, so capital L I think. Yeah, so capital, all the widget names are starting with capital letter only. Okay, yeah, see how beautiful it is. Name, you can see one entry box. Okay, so one entry box beside this. Okay, so this is label, this is entry. Okay, I have created. So next what I will do, so same thing I will create for password. Okay, so I'm creating one more icon. So this time I'll take for password. Okay, so this for entry purpose you can give anything. Okay, so to avoid confusion I am giving password only. Okay, so this time what I will do, row 1 column 0, and row 1, column 1. You see now how my output will come. Okay, it will be somewhat interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, name and password. Okay, so you can see entries, so the user can enter here. Okay, so in the entry box the user can enter. Okay, so this is labels, this is entry. Okay, so next what I can add button, submit button. Okay, submit button. So how do I add my button? Let me take this. Let me take code from this. Okay, so you can create button. Okay, below this. So you see how my login will appear. Okay, so button 3 will be in the third row. Okay, so you see in the third row it will be arranged. Okay, column 1 I am mentioning. Okay, yeah. So if I run this code, so how my registration page will look? How my registration page will look? It will look like this. See how my registration page is appearing. So login button. Okay, so there is no functionality happening. Okay, so if I click this login button, some text need to appear. Okay, so all those things you can create it. Okay, in this GUI part. Okay, you can add colors to the button also, login button. Okay, yeah, let me add now radio buttons. Okay, so for adding radio buttons, what I can do, simply same code. If you create one widget, same code you can use for remaining widget also. It will be almost similar. Okay, so let me move my button down. Okay, so in this what I'm trying to do, so I am trying to create login radio buttons. Okay, so for creating radio buttons, what will I will do? So these all are the variables. Okay, so let me label it as btn4. So btn4 is what I want to create a radio button. So for creating radio button, what is the syntax? Okay, radio button. Okay, so in that radio button, let me put it as gender. Okay, so male. This is also a radio button. Okay, radio button. Okay, radio button, is it correct? Okay, let me put it as female. Okay, so I'm giving genders for selecting. Okay, radio buttons are used to select one option. Okay, checkbox are used for multiple options. Okay, so now let me run it. Yeah, it's working fine, but I think rows and columns are not arranged properly. So this time I can put this as row 3. Okay, this is also row 3 and column 1, and this I can put it in row 5. Now you see, yeah, it looks somewhat better, right? So now the user can select his gender also. Okay, so if you want, you can put one more label beside these genders. Okay, please select a gender. Okay, male or female. Okay, so in that way you need to create a rough map how your registration page look like. So what buttons you need to want to include, what things you want to explore. Okay, so all those things you need to check it. Okay, so okay, this is somewhat better, right? Radio button. So radio button we have finished, entry we have finished, button we have finished, label we have finished. Then what we can use, some more we can use. Okay, in this way you can create of your choice. Okay, you can add your widgets and create your GUI part. Okay, it is appearing good, right? Interesting, right? Okay, let me modify some of this. Okay, radio button. Okay, so let me put it as select gender. Okay, select gender. So this will be my button 4. Button 4 is finished, right? So button 5. Better you put a chronological order. Okay, this has button 3. This also button 3. You change for remaining order. So that it will be neat. Okay. So once you are done 1 or 2 times, it will be good for you. Okay. So total how many variables we are defining, we will be able to identify it. Okay, select gender. Okay, so in row 3 I want to add it, column 1. Okay, so in column 1 I want to give this male, and in column 2 I want to give this female. Okay, so now I think it will be very good. Let me see it first. Yeah, see, select gender. Okay, when I given select gender, see how good it is appearing my registration page. Good, right? So in this way you can create of your choice. Okay, you can create for places list box. Okay, you may select out of all the places, Hyderabad, Warangal, whatever the place, other states you can create. Okay, if you want to from selection. Okay, drop down. Okay, so drop down is used for picking one option from multiple things. Drop down. Okay, list box is used for selecting multiple options. Okay, so in that you can create that also, that options also in your registration page. And finally you can add some functionality to this. After creating GUI part, you can create some functionality. If I click login button, some action will take place. Okay, and that action creates a registration. Okay, and that gets entered into the database. Okay, so all this you can explore it if you have time. And okay, if possible I'll try to show in next sessions. Okay, so thank you all. So thank you for giving this opportunity. So this is what about the GUI implementation part using TK Interlibrary. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.